Hi, welcome back. Today is a sit down video. As you can see, I'm not going to be vlogging. I have a story that I have wanted to tell for a very long time. The day it happened was probably the worst day of my life, and so far to this day, I just have like, this day is the worst day of my life, because it is. So I'm going to tell you about the time that I'm pretty sure I was drugged on. I'm pretty sure it was acid. If you have any ideas of what it could have been, please let me know. So where do I begin? I can't believe I'm telling this story. I deleted the, oh God. No, I didn't. Oh, I have one left. August 1st. August 1st of 2019, I think it was the day before, I was invited to a birthday party for a guy who is a celebrity that I used to watch on Nickelodeon. I'm not going to say who it was or what show they were on. I was invited by a friend of mine to this guy's birthday party, and I never leave Palm Springs. I don't go to LA. I don't go to Hollywood. I don't do any of that because I like the safety and the calmness of my own town. So I message a couple friends and I'm like, hey, like, do you think I should go to this party? Because I had literally just been working that day, and later that night I'd have to drive like 2 hours to Hollywood to go to this party. Well, I ended up going, and it was just so annoying the entire time because, first of all, like, my friend was very non-responsive. He was just like not answering my texts. I was like, you know, I don't know what to wear. He was like, bring a bathing suit if you want. And he wasn't like texting me the address, and I didn't know where to park. It was a mess. So eventually I get there and it's dark outside, and I'm like driving up these windy roads to get to this guy's, it's not his house. Is it his house? I don't remember whose house it was, but it was like way up in this hill, and it was like narrow roads, like awfully narrow roads. And so I get up to the house and notice that I like couldn't go anywhere. So I had to turn around and I had to pee so bad. I had to pee so bad because I had just driven 2 hours, and I of course was in heels. Stupid idea. I don't remember that day very well to begin with, so the fact that I can tell this story is amazing. So I have to drive back down the hill, and I park, and I text my friend. He's like, okay, well, you know, I'll meet you, you know, just like start walking up the hill. So I start walking up the hill. Eventually I make it to the house. My friend's there, you know, we walk inside and there's like a bunch of people there. I was assuming that this was going to be like a good party. Like, he's a celebrity, he's gonna have some celebrity friends there. It's gonna be a great networking experience. Okay, first of all, no. There was like one person that I like knew of there besides him. There was Lil Xan. I don't know if that's how you say his name or who even that is, but he was the guy that did that Old Town Road song with Billy Ray Cyrus. And he was like singing at the party or something, unless it was his house. No, it wasn't his house. I'm very confused on the entire night about any of those specific details, but anyways, that dude was there, and that was like the only guy that I'm pretty sure I knew of, because I don't remember seeing anybody else that looked familiar. So my friend is there, you know, I had to pee, so I'm waiting in line for like the first like 10 minutes that I'm there, and we're just like chilling. I meet some girls, I talk to some girls, and then there's a dude there, and he's like a photographer, and he's like friends with my friend. So like we're talking and hanging out, and they have like drinks and stuff. So I wasn't very thirsty, and I also knew that I had to drive home. This is a very important part of this whole thing, that I had to drive home. Well, I just had water, and then I went and sat down with my friend outside, and then another one of my friends showed up, and I was like sitting with her and whatever, and nope. I can't remember the entire timeline of this thing. I'm sitting outside on the beanbag by the pool, and it's got this amazing view. And so the guy that I was, the photographer guy, and I went into the kitchen. Okay, you're just gonna have to deal with Morai playing on the floor. I've been begging her to play by herself with her toys for like ever now. You're just gonna have to, don't mind the noise. So the photographer guy and I go into the kitchen, and they're having the party catered by a marijuana dispensary place that has like food and whatnot. I don't know what it's called. I am right behind the guy, and there is the counter and a big tray of cupcakes in a box that were obviously catered. The guy literally picks one up and hands it to me, and it doesn't seem suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Because I'm like, oh, it's just like a little cupcake. It's not going to be anything. So it's fine. I take the cupcake, you know, I lick the frosting a little bit, and then I walk outside and I start like eating it while I'm sitting down on this beanbag thing. And these people come over and they're like talking with my friend, and they're like, well, you know what, you might want to not eat that whole thing because there's like 150 milligrams of like marijuana in that. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but okay, I'll eat like half of it. And so I ate half of the cupcake, maybe, and all of the frosting because I just couldn't not eat the frosting. I sadly throw the rest of the cupcake away, and then, you know, I'm going about my time and like whatever, I'm fine. And while all of this is happening, you should know that there are other people eating entire cupcakes and they're perfectly fine. So another one of my friends comes, and I meet her in the living room, and like we're chilling on the couch, and they have these like things of like other edibles and things like puddings and cookies and whatnot. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I already had something. I don't know if I should have anything else. I probably did have one of something, but I don't remember. So me and my friend are sitting with this dude, and like, you know, we're all like getting high together, and all of a sudden I feel like we're having an actual earthquake. And in my head, it like the people were all reacting to the earthquake. I turned around to look outside of the pool behind me, and the water in the pool was moving, like it was like waving. So I was like, turned to my friend, and I'm like, oh my god, we're having an earthquake. She's like, no, we're not. And I'm like, yeah, we are having an earthquake. And then I like stop and I look around, and I'm like, okay, never mind. And then I start laughing uncontrollably, looking back behind me, and I'm like, oh right, never mind. The pool water was only moving because there was people in it. Okay, so that feeling keeps like, you know, coming back and whatnot. And then, you know, I start laughing, and you know, I'm just like, I'm high. I'm just high. Yeah, so, you know, eventually my friend leaves, and I go back out and hang out with like my other friend, and I'm just like chilling, and I'm like just high. And so then the party's going and whatnot, and I'm on the beanbag chair, and I call my friend Cassie, and I'm telling her how high I am and how the party's going. I just don't remember like closing my eyes, but I like closed my eyes, and I don't know if you can say I was hallucinating, but the only thing that I remember seeing was like this like long dirt path and this archway of things, like just an archway, and these colorful Doritos with like squiggled frosting on it, holding hands going down this pathway. And I told I think I told Cassie about it, and I told her like what I was doing, and then she's like, well, you know, like that's the 150 milligrams, it's only gonna get worse and you're just gonna get more high. And I was like, I didn't even eat all of it. So I had like half of that. And I was like, I've been high before. I've eaten edibles a lot. I'm not like not used to it. So all of a sudden I'm seeing these Dorito things. I'm on the phone with her and I'm like really messed up. Like I gotta go. Like I don't remember the conversation, but I'm pretty sure that's probably how it went. And I don't remember hanging up the phone. I just remember like slapping myself but not being able, I don't remember feeling it. And then I like get up and I like start freaking out on the first person I see. You want to know the first person who I saw was the birthday boy. Yeah, the guy whose house I was at for his birthday. I freaked out on him, and my friend was not happy about that at all. Sorry, I was having a crisis and nobody was there for me. Okay. My friend comes and he's just like, you're just high, it's fine, wear it off, it'll be fine. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not okay, because this is not normal. I remember at one point I feel like I was standing up, and I feel crazy thinking this, but I was like, God, like why? Like why? I will do anything if you get me out of whatever in the world this is. And I'm not like a religious person, so I'm just like, if you like reverse whatever this is, like I swear to God, like I will be a better person. I will do whatever you want if you make me unhigh like right now, because I don't want this right now. I didn't sign up for this. And it was dark out, and I swear to God, in my head it was like blue skies, and I thought legit I was dying. I legit thought I was dead. I actually thought that I had died because it just didn't seem real. Like I just I don't know. I really don't know how to describe it. It was the worst actual experience of my entire life. And eventually my friend sat me down and I was like kind of like okay, but I like wasn't like at all. I was like aware of the people around me and I was like not freaking out anymore as much, but like I was so thirsty. So this girl kept bringing me water, and then eventually no one would get me water, and then I didn't want to get up and get water, so I was like dehydrating, but whatever. And so then we're all sitting on this beanbag thing, and I am sitting down like half on, half off. My friend is here up against the wall, and I'm just like sitting here. And then this dude decides to sit down next to me, right behind me, and he decides to lean up against my back. And I'm just like, it felt like the entire weight of his body was on me, and I was having to hold him up, and it was so heavy. I didn't know what to do. So I'm sitting here forcing my body up to hold this high dude up behind me as I am trying to scroll through Facebook and Instagram and try to bring myself to reality and be like, okay, well this is real. This is people's lives. This is real. These are people I know. I'm gonna go on Facebook and see and try to like grasp reality. And going on your phone, I know internet's not reality, whatever, but like it was real to me because that's what I knew. Those are people that I knew and what I was comfortable with. I tried to bring myself out of it and it just was not working. I looked at the clock. I swear to God, it was like 12 o'clock for 5 hours. It was literally 12 o'clock for 5 hours. I kid you not. And I don't exactly know when I eventually moved over to the couch, but I got up, went inside, and sat on the couch, and I felt like I was gonna throw up, so I like ran to the kitchen. I ran to the bathroom first, but the bathroom obviously was locked and someone was in there, so you know, I moved over to the kitchen and was like, hi, I don't feel well, I'm going to throw up, I need like a bag. I swear to God, I I must have literally been speaking a foreign language that nobody knew, because nobody could understand the words coming out of my mouth. I am going to throw up. I need a bag. Nobody understood, because they were all looking at me like I had 5 heads. No idea how. They just did not understand. So then the music is going all loud and whatnot. So I go back out into the living room and I'm like trying to like be cool, okay? And I'm like walking through the living room and it's just like a video game or something. And I finally understand what it's like when people when people say that they're high or tripping or something and it's like a video game. I finally understand it, because that's how I felt. It did not seem real. It was weird. And so I'm like leaning up against this wall, just like chilling, watching the music and whatnot, trying to record it and like be in the moment. I don't exactly know. It started like dying down. I feel like this timeline is totally off because I don't exactly remember what happened in what order. I'm just doing my best. And so eventually I go back and lay down on the couch, and I'm actually like laying down on the couch and like I'm covering myself up and I'm like, I'm just going to try to take a nap, because my friend told me to nap earlier, but I'm like, if I go to bed, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna go into coma and I'm gonna die. And I don't want to die because I got too high. That's an awful way to go, especially around people that I don't even know. No thanks. So I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna lay down. I'm just gonna like chill. It's gonna be fine. No, I was going to throw up. So I ran to the bathroom and I was like, I need to get in here. I'm gonna throw up. The line moved. Someone came out. I went inside and threw up. Now that I remember, I did go into the bathroom before that. I believe, no, did I? No, I did not. No, I did not. I went into the bathroom and I threw up. Oh yes, I did. And it wasn't a lot, but I looked down and there was something I didn't eat in there. There was a strip of paper like this big, maybe like this thick, and it was just laying in there in my vomit. Just in there, and I don't know what that was. I certainly didn't eat any paper because all I had was pizza and a cupcake. So my thought process didn't just go to, oh hey, I ate paper and now I'm super messed up. No, I didn't think that then until like many days later. If you have not been on Netflix and you have not seen the show Russian Doll, please do, because it will literally tell you just how I felt. I literally felt like her when she's in the bathroom and she's just like slapping herself and like going crazy. That was me. I was trying to wake myself up and I'm like, Paige, ow, you're fine. Wake up, you're better than this. You are, I don't know what I was saying, but I was like, you wake up and be better. And I tried my best and it didn't work. I was like putting my hair up and I was like trying to be my normal self and trying to bring myself back to reality to be good and better. It didn't work. So eventually, I don't even mind the little paper that I threw up because I was like, why in the world would I take that out? Even though, now thinking about it, I should have taken it out and been like, what the heck is this? Didn't think about that. So, I go back out, lay on the couch, go to bed, and then I think it was like 1 a.m. Notice how it was 12 for 5 hours and all of a sudden it's 1 a.m. like an hour later. I was on the couch and a security guard was waking me up, telling me that I had to wake up and leave. I'm super freaking high and he wants me to just leave. So I'm like, where's my friend? And he's like, I don't know, but you need to leave. So I am not feeling well. I'm exhausted and super high and everybody's gone and I don't know where anybody is. So I text my friend and he's like, oh yeah, like I'm down in the theater room, like partying with like my friends and whatnot. We're hanging out and I'm like, okay, well, I really just want to go to bed. I really don't want to party anymore or I just want quiet. And he's like, okay, well, you know, you can go hang out in your car and sleep in your car and like, you know, I'll let you know when we're done. So I walked out to my car and it was a long walk and obviously the fresh air was doing me good and I was like okay, well, you know, maybe I slept it off and I'm fine. And I talked to my sister and I called her and I told her what happened, and I was cold and like shivering, and I was like finally in my car, and I felt like I was fine because I like had slept for I don't know how long, and I just like felt better. So I was just like, I'm gonna drive home. I do not advise this, and I wouldn't have even advised myself to do it, but I was stupid. I drove home, and this is like in the case where you are drunk and think that you can drive, and your friends are supposed to take your keys from you, but in that instance, my friend did not. So I'm not very happy. Like, yeah, I was okay at making decisions, but like at the same time, I was still under the influence of a drug for like 2 days after that. So obviously I wasn't okay, even if I seemed to be. Like, drunk people can seem to be okay until like they're obviously drunk. So I drove home 2 hours to Palm Springs. I don't remember the drive. I got off at the wrong exit because I missed my exit. I don't know why I'm saying this, but yeah, it happened. And I don't remember coming home, but I obviously did it. I could have gotten in an accident. I probably could have died, and I definitely could have gotten arrested had I got caught, and that's not funny because that would have been very terrifying. And it is very terrifying knowing that I did that, and I will never be doing it again because I haven't done any drugs. The only drugs I've ever done is marijuana, and I haven't smoked or eaten an edible since that day, and that's like a very long time. That's like half a year since I have touched any like marijuana. Then I got home, don't remember what time I woke up, and then I was like, okay, I need to get out of the house because now I'm like severely depressed. I didn't talk to really anybody. I called my friend Kim, and I sat in the parking lot of a store and cried my eyes out to her because she was the one that I told that I was going to this party, and I just felt like I needed someone to tell what happened, and I just bawled my eyes out. And I was like still feeling kind of off. I don't think I was still high, but I was still very off. It was very weird. I was just very like not myself for like the next 2 days, like after the party, and it took me a while to like get back to like, after something like that happens, I literally thought that I was going to die. Like, all jokes aside, like I literally thought I was going to die. It just, the weirdest thoughts, the feeling in my head, I don't know how to describe it, but it was the absolute most terrifying night of my entire life. And I have to go get ready for work now. So that's where I'm gonna end the story. So I never advise anyone to go to a party with people that they really aren't that close with. And don't take food from strangers. Not that I'm blaming the photographer guy for drugging me. Maybe somebody at the party, I don't know, maybe it was a company thing. Maybe that strip of paper wasn't actually anything and the marijuana was just laced. I really don't know. I don't know what happened, and I obviously never will, but I'm just never going to go to another party like that again unless it's with my friends out here, because these are the people that I trust, these are the people I'm close to, and I know that they wouldn't ever let anything bad happen to me. They would have never let me drive home. It just would be totally different. But that's the story of the worst night of my entire life. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.